Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In today's tutorial I get to do a few things for you. First I get to present the Gatehouse Design I'm going to feature in my City Wall series. It's going to be the fifth part of my series. It's going to close out that. This design fits well with the walls you've already seen and is going to be good with the curves and the elevation changes that I'm going to show in my other videos. The second part of today's tutorial is the actual tutorial, and that is where I'm going to be talking about flags and what they can do to benefit your city. Flags are very important. Obviously they're an actual thing in medieval cities, but a lot of people don't do them very well, and I'm just going to show you some little tips and tricks that you can use to make them look awesome in your medieval city. So let's go ahead and start looking at this. I'm going to go out of this mode and go out of this mode, and this is what a typical flag looks like. Probably not on a tower that looks like this, but this is what a typical flag just kinda looks like most of the time when I see them on servers and other things like that. They're just one color. They don't explore any elevation change. Most people are smart enough to get a little bit of the wave in there, which is awesome, but that's just really kinda bland. So I want to show you how to make a blue flag here that's going to be a lot more awesome, and the first technique is going to be this kind of long, skinny, flowy flag technique. But first I'm going to go ahead and pull out gray wool, light gray wool, and light blue wool. So our main color is going to be blue, but we don't want to just use blue because that gets boring. So we're going for the thin technique. I'm going to start out a little bigger, but it is going to get down to that thin. So just think about using different colors here. And then right off the bat you're going to want to explore a different type of space. So I'm going to go forward here and I'm going to utilize this different color, and I'm just going to continue the pattern. You don't want too many of the same color in a row, and you don't want too many to make it too patternized. So from here I'm going to go ahead and go back like the wind is blowing it back, and I'm going to switch colors up a little bit. Whoops. Now I'm going to pull out my blue wool again, extend that like so, and I'm even going to make it kind of curl off the end here. So the wind's just catching it at the very end there, like that. So now I'm going to look back at this, and what can I do to make this better? Okay, first off, there needs to be a better transition here. It just looks a little bland. So I'm going to come behind here, move that back one so it has a little change to it there. It creates the depth and makes it a little more flowing, that sort of thing. I like this look of loose connection because it makes it look like it's like got tangled up or something of that nature. And as you see, if we fly really far away, like down here, it looks a lot better than it does if you're right next to it, because blocks are kind of limiting shapes. So whatever. So that's our first general idea for a shape, and it's the long horizontal flowy one. I'm going to show you one now that I use a lot more because I think it just looks better. And yeah, so sweet. Let's go ahead and do that. So here we're going to do a very thick diagonal type of shape. So I'm going to go ahead and set 3 in a row like that and create this. And then again we're going to go for some depth. We're going to try to create it, make it interesting, make it flow. And blue is our main color, so we want to try to utilize it effectively. So the thing here is to create steep diagonals while still imploring a lot of depth and just making it look good in general. What a lot of us don't realize is that we just think too much and we don't do enough. We just sit back and look, and we don't just try enough stuff, experiment, and that's what you should be doing. Because again, this is just a concept tutorial. I'm not going to tell you exactly where to place bricks. I want to encourage creativity. I want to do different things like that, and I think that you'll love that in the end. So yeah. So this flag, like the other, is going to kind of come to a point at the end, and that's going to be a nice effect. See how it gradually gets skinnier as it goes, and that's the large diagonal I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and put another blue right there, and yeah, that that's just a really nice looking flag. So from down here especially, you can see the depth better. You get it from a different angle, and it just really looks nice. So we've done the longer horizontal type flag, and we've done this, and I've shown you what not to do. So that is a great start. We're going to go ahead and destroy this. So a couple just general thoughts about flags is, if you're in a world and you're turning your clouds on, so let me see if I can figure that out real quick. Video settings, clouds on. Look at that. Okay, so we have our clouds. You're going to need to analyze what direction they're going. So in this case, they're going that way. And so basically I made my flags backwards, because clouds show wind direction. So if you want to make it realistic in your world, you should definitely think about that. And my flags, all those flags, should be going the opposite direction. So think about that, because I didn't think about it before I started. Actually, they're traveling that way. I was wrong, but either way, my flags are still going the wrong direction. So that is something you should think about before you start. Yeah, so let's do a quick little recap about my flag tutorial here. I gave you the two designs, the skinnier one and the larger diagonal one. I like the larger diagonal one better because it just works better with the blocks themselves. When you're using a color, you shouldn't just use that one block. You can even go as far to pull in stained clay like this. I could have gone in, I don't think there's a very good one for blue, but I like doing the purple flags with the blue stained clay and my green flags with the green stained clay. You can definitely bring those in just to create a different texture, and it really looks nice. So think about those two types of the flags, and also think about the changing the color, and then think about your clouds, and that those things are all very important. And as you can see here is a sneak peek of a Gatehouse tutorial soon to be. So thank you guys very much for watching this tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have, please leave a comment, like, subscription below. I appreciate them so much. I've been extremely busy lately with work and different things like that, so I haven't been able to post as much, but I really wanted to post a video for you guys today. I was just feeling it, you know, so I did. So on that note, I think I'll leave you guys. I've held you long enough, and I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you again. May you never walk alone.